Hi, Chris Conway here, and welcome to my newsletter of October 2015. I usually do my newsletters by email, but I haven't done a video log in a very long time, so I thought why not give it a try again, and especially as I'm a little late with my newsletter. I try and do it at the beginning of the month, but I've been recording, and I thought as I'm late I can probably talk faster than I can type, so let's give it a shot, hey? First bit of news is Q Fanfare is a new album. Audible Light is the group that I play with, and this album's called Submergence. Lots of lovely reflections there, sorry about that. And it's ambient, improvised electroacoustic music. Let's put some on in the background whilst I talk about it. Here we go. Yes, it's Audible Light's a quartet, Andy Actio, electric guitar, synthesizers, laptop. I play piano, keyboards, theremin, voice, Irish whistles and effects. Les Hayden plays bass, and Tenorion, which is a little electric Japanese little box of lights thing, which is quite cool, and laptop. Jim Tetlow, my friend from Memory Wire, is on laptop and keyboard and cajon drum, and I have a special guest on one track, Linda Faulkner, wonderful improvising female vocalist. And well, what can I say? It's a very atmospheric album. It was recorded at the Ambient Underground concert I put on at the Cookie in Leicester in May, and it was a great night of really atmospheric music. It just was it was a dream to play. It's one of our favourite concerts any of us have done in whatever groups we play in. And the first thing was Memory Wire did a set, and then there's this Audible Light set. And Memory Wire actually released their set on this album called Underground just last month. So like the whole night is now out. So it's now on Bandcamp. You can listen to it on there, and it'll be on iTunes and Amazon and those kind of places. It usually takes a few weeks to get up there, but by all means go up and listen to it, download it. We have some CDs made, and we're really chuffed with it. There's something special about Audible Light. Whenever we get together, the four of us, there's this kind of calm descends. Everyone listens, and it's just, well, it's great fun to do. Right, my next bit of news is, for some reason, and I don't know why, I was suddenly seized by the idea to record a piano improvisations album, and I don't know where it came from. I just couldn't rest until I did it. And the last one I did was 5 years ago, and that was called Glisten, and that was when I first moved to the studio, and that was piano improvisations, lots of little pieces, and I decided it would be nice to do one of quite long pieces, and perhaps using minimal repeated patterns, which I like to do quite a bit, but that was the starting point anyway. And the album, which is the ending point, I'll put some on when we talk, is this, just out today as I speak, and it's called Midnight Window Blue, and I recorded each track at midnight on separate nights and under very low light, just to get an atmosphere going. And the first one I did, this is called Window, and Window is 31 minutes long, so it goes through a few changes, but I tried to keep sort of rippling, repeated patterns like you can hear. And there's a more sparse track called Midnight, and kind of very kind of moving lament kind of feel to it called Blue, as well as the third track. And yes, I'm very pleased with that. There we go. It's on this label called Aloft that I started again 5 years ago with Glisten. Started this label off, which is Aloft is a little presence for me. They're little projects just to feed the soul. Sounds a little over the top, but either way, just get really. They're almost like a retreat for me. I go into a very quiet place and I just get this idea to do something, and I work it out. There's no plan to tour with it or sell it much or anything. It's just to go out and do it. And so anyway, that's that. I could ramble on for ages, but again, it's on Bandcamp now to listen to, download. You can buy the CD, and it will be on those other places like iTunes soon. What you do is you go on chrisconway.org, which is my website, and click on one of the. I have all the albums I've done at the bottom of the front page, chrisconway.org, and you click on one of these covers, and it'll take you to a page where you can hear the albums. Right, the next bit of news is. Let me just get this. The next thing was my news for September. It was quite a busy month and a fun month because I got to play with and do a concert with Lorraine Bowen. Now, I don't know if you know her, but she was on Britain's Got Talent not long ago, and she had a really starring bit in it, singing her Crumble song. She's a very funny lady. She's entertaining. She does some funny songs, and she plays a Casio keyboard on an ironing board and dresses in these amazing polyester outfits and things. And I've known her online for about 10 years. We have similar things in common, and we've been swapping YouTubes and Lord knows what forever, since MySpace days, I think. We both have a fondness for bossa nova, we both have a fondness for harmonies, outer space, and sort of kitsch 60s and things like that. But before this concert, we'd never met. We'd worked online. She recorded on my Love Space Station song, and she recorded on my album I did with 15 improvising vocalists, again another Aloft album called Through Mirrors We Met, and did a couple of things for that for me. But we'd never met. We had one phone conversation when I was doing a bit of piano work for her, and there was one FaceTime we had on the phones to organise this concert. But she was putting on this concert. She had a concert nearby, and she said, "Would you like to put on a concert in Leicester the night before or the night after?" So I did that. I got the Firebug in Leicester here, and it was a great night. It was the crowd that were there got really up and into it, and she did a fantastic show. I did an opening 30 minutes of my silly space songs, folk songs, and then she did her 2 sets, and I got up and did some shtick with her. And at the end of the night, we got, which really made my night, we got to play my Love Space Station song together as the encore, and we'd never done it live. We'd only recorded it down the wire, and that was a little dream come true for me to do that. If you don't know her, anyway, I'm probably rambling on about someone you don't know. This is just a clip of her from doing her Crumble song, which is a big hit on the, well, has been a big hit for Britain's Got Talent and everything. This isn't on Britain's Got Talent. This is just something I found on Bestival, in case Britain's Got Talent was all covered in copyright. I'm sure Lorraine wouldn't mind me showing this from Bestival 2015. Always gets the crowd going, this one. There we go. You get the idea. She's great fun anyway. Lots of energy. And one of the most fun things, which is meeting up with her on the day we hadn't spoken. We hadn't met in person. And I picked her up from the station, and there you are, for real. And we had the day together, and everywhere we went, people wanted selfies of her, with her. And so that bit on Britain's Got Talent really did something for her, which is great. I'm really pleased for her. I can show you some snaps. I don't know if this is going to work, but there we go. Oh, I did a little set myself. My twin whistles a bit. I played a bit of theremin on her space number. There's us together. And then she came on. I held up some lyrics. And bless. It's probably too light and too many reflect. That's our amazing space outfit. And that was me playing theremin. And then we got to do my Love Space Station song together, which was so cool. And that's where we ended up. Right, my other bit of news that's of note is that I had 2 YouTubes of my music which have passed 1 million listens, and I don't quite know how that happened. They aren't YouTubes I put up. They're albums I made for the New Age label Paradise Music, and they've licensed it to a company who puts them up on YouTube. And sometimes these licensing companies, they put the album up 3-4 times over. The album loops over for hours. In fact, there's one up there that loops one of my albums for 12 hours, which I don't understand. Surely you'd say, after you heard it a couple of times, should we listen to something else? I don't get it. Anyway, 1 million listens for Buddha Dreamer and the other one was Celtic Dreamer, I think. And that's by far the most number of hits I've had for anything. So I don't understand it. I'm glad people are listening to the music. What can I tell you? That's cool. And I think that's probably everything relevant. I've got a few little song gig slots coming up. Song gigs getting reasonably hard to find because there's a lot of open mics and not many concerts where you do your own stuff. So I'm trying to get out a bit more with my songs because they are. Otherwise I get rusty with them and I just want to stay on top of it. I've got one tomorrow, a little half an hour. I'm doing a little few half-hour slots to keep my hand in. And I've got a really nice gig of my songs with some friends of mine in December. I'll say more about that in the future, but it's going to be an exciting gig. We're going to have fun with that. Okay, I think that's it. The final thing, Ayurveda Gold. That's the album I most recently made for Paradise Music with the sitar player Neil Donahue, and that's out on all the other media. It's out on iTunes, it's out on Spotify, it's out on all this kind of stuff. But the CD hasn't come through the factory yet. I expect it any day. I'm excited to see it in person. And Ayurveda Gold, you can hear it on it. Go to my website, click chrisconway.org, and you should be able to hear it at least. And if you want a CD, well, I'll announce it next month. Well, okay, I don't quite know how my newsletters are going to go from here on in, whether I'm going to do any more of these, or I'll finish up by showing you my view out of my loft window. This is my loft studio where I do. That's why I called it a loft. Music, the record label, and there we go. That's if I want to see outside a lovely grey day. I do like a grey day. Everyone thinks I'm being sarcastic, but I've never been a fan of the sun. But I do like, there's something peaceful and calm about a grey day, and that is looking over the sort of Leicestershire horizon on a lovely grey day. Yeah, that's about as exciting as my newsletters get. So thanks for listening, and I'll see you perhaps back here doing one of these again. If not, look at chrisconway.org. You can hear all kinds of my music that I'm doing, see where I'm playing, and various kinds of music. I'm quite busy with Gafanan, the Irish band, as you know, the Celtic band, and I think I rambled on long enough, don't you? Bye bye. Thanks for listening.